Let us do some more operations with series. We'll import both the libraries first. In the last video, we were talking about a constant called NaN. NaN stands for not a number, and it is defined in the NumPy library. For example, suppose I don't know the value which has to be given in a particular index. For example, s is equal to pd dot series. I'm giving a list of values. I know the first value. I know the second value. I don't know the third value. So I'm giving it as np dot n small a capital N. This is how we should represent NaN. NaN stands for not a number. Okay, it is a default way of denoting an empty value. Comma, I remember my fourth value. So I've given 4 values. I know that my series have got 4 values, but I don't remember or I don't know the third value. Okay. Now I have not mentioned the index value, so let it be the default value. Now let us print yes. You can see the NaN has come in the second index. Now this has an advantage. Later I can change the value of this NaN and keep a new value in the index 2. So I have reserved this index value 2 for a value which will come later. This is the advantage of giving a NaN when you create a series. Now next point I want to discuss is we have been giving data and index value, isn't it? Inside the series we have been giving data and index value. Now this attribute values, the data, can be given like this. Data is equal to 11, 22, comma, index is equal to 3, 4. Okay, I have mentioned data and index. It is not compulsory to mention data and index. By default, whatever you give in the first position is taken as data and in the second position is taken to be the index value. Okay, so if you print it, we will get it like this. That is, our index is 3, 3 and 4 and our value is 11 and 22. This need not be in the same order. You can change the order also if you are mentioning the name of the argument like this. Okay, I can give like index is equal to, I am mentioning index here first. Index is equal to 3, 4 and data is equal to 11, 22. Okay, we will get the same thing because we have mentioned index is 3 and 4 and data is 11 and 20. The same thing can be mentioned like this. Like I'm not mentioning index here. Okay, so which means that your first data without an argument name is taken as data here. This is expected to be the data, and again we have mentioned data. This makes a confusion. Instead of this, if we are giving like this, you delete this data and then you mention 3, 4 here. So this is clear. The first one is taken as data and the second one is taken as the index value. Okay, same thing that we get, that is 3 and 4 is taken as index value and 11 and 22 is taken as the value. Hope this is clear. That is mentioning the name of the attributes. We can mention the name of the attributes inside the series function. If you are mentioning the name, both the names if you are mentioning, then we can change the order in which we are giving. We can give index first and then data second. But if you are not mentioning the name, then we are supposed to give data first. In this case it was an error because we have to mention data first. Okay, then again we have mentioned data, that created the error. You see, you can read the error. If you will understand, we've got multiple values for the argument data. Both has been taken for data. That was the error. If you're not mentioning anything, then by default the first value that you have mentioned is taken as the value or data, and the second set of data sequence that you have mentioned is taken as the index value. Hope this is clear.